Yo, we're out here in the country. We got sheep. We got pigs. I might let y'all check them out. We got beautiful, beautiful, beautiful views. Welcome in, fam. Much love. Trav here. But you know what we don't have a lot of is Grand Prix, Magic Fest, RPTQs. So yeah, lifestyle change, lifestyle update. But also, I went on Twitter the other day and I said, hey, I'm accepting requests for videos. And someone said, there's a couple people who are like, hey, I really want lifestyle balance with competitive Magic, like balancing high school with Magic, stuff like that. But one that I found pretty interesting that I wanted to touch on, because I have personal experience with this now, is playing Magic in the country versus playing Magic in the city. I grew up in Seattle, which was definitely not a bad place for Magic. Magic was born, created in Seattle. The headquarters is in Renton, outside of Seattle, kind of the next city down. And it was anytime that you live in the city, you've got a higher density of people, you've got more competitors, you're probably gonna have more tournaments. The thing about Seattle is, well, funny, Delilah's like a goat over here. She's going up on, I don't know if you can see, but she's going up on 2 legs to browse. Anyways, anytime you're in the city, yeah, you probably have more events, you probably have better players. However, it seems like the main hotspot for Magic is US Midwest, because you can drive west, you drive east, you drive north, you drive south, so many events. Whereas even in Seattle, you go north to Vancouver, you're not going to go any further than that though. You go south to Portland, and then it's like a 12-hour drive down to California at that point. And then west of you is just Pacific Ocean, so there's only like 3 Grand Prix a year within driving distance, really. But still, in the city, one thing is you get your choice of card shops. You there's probably pro players in your area that you can barn off of. It's an old school Magic term. You can hang around. There's easier access to tournaments. You don't have to drive super far, but also it's really competitive. I remember Seattle, the one-shot PTQs, back when you were doing that, they started getting to be 200, 300 people. But then you drive east to the country to Spokane, and there's only like 40 people at that PTQ. So like, hell yeah, I'm in the country, I have a chance to spike it. Isn't that right, Freckles? Sweet, sweet sheep. Grazing. Yeah, there's gonna be some wind. But then moved around, tried living some different places. Now I live in the country, and I really like it. I think it fits me better. I like hearing chickens in the background instead of planes, birds instead of cars. There's some nice things about it. But one thing about the country, right, is it's a long way. It's a long way to tournaments. There aren't necessarily good players. There might be only a couple, or there might be no one in your region who's ever played in the Pro Tour. So how do you even get better, right? How do you find a mentor? And especially living in the country in Hawaii, it's like Hawaii is almost the furthest. I guess South Africa is probably a worse spot, Africa, as far as competitive Magic, but it's like 7-hour flight to the nearest tournament, right? So it's like, well, it's probably not in the cards for me to be a competitive player if I'm living in the country in Hawaii. I'm not going to grind arena when I can, there's rainbows outside. But if you're in the city, there's planes, there's trains, there's automobiles, grind arena, right? So it's a different experience playing Magic in the city versus the country, where it's harder to get a game. It's harder to get a game out here. There's also less reason. So Magic tends to be more of a city thing, being in the city. And then for some of you are like, well, I want to be a competitive player, but I live in the country. What should I do? Honestly, like if you really want to, and if you really are serious, like I want to be, not even like I want to be pro, but I want to be a serious competitor, then it might make sense to move to the city. And I hear about people who do this for Magic. I talk to a lot of, I know a lot of guys who came up through the game, became pro and so on. And I also know a lot of people who tried to have just become serious. You don't have to win to be a serious player, but move to, hey, instead of living in the middle of kind of nowhere in the country in California, why don't I move to LA, where there's PTQs. I don't know about now anymore, but GP, right, drive. Why don't I move to, I had a guy, Marion Johnson, in the mastermind. He came up with the BlackWhite Tokens list that got me back on the Pro Tour. He was like, I'm gonna be serious. Why don't I move to Roanoke, Virginia, Star City Games? Now that's a different example because that sounds it's probably pretty country out there, but you're moving to where you know the good players are at, right? And then he got way better, way faster, right? So for you guys, you share, and I like to not just be ranting and rambling. It's not necessarily the most value in this video, just kind of relatable stuff. But those of you, share down below. Do you live in the city? Do you live in the country? How does it affect your competitive magic? How does it, how do you enjoy and play the game? Me, I'm unbanned. Came unbanned in December. For those who don't know the story, it was for Magic for Bad, which was a hilarious meme group. Which blew up for the wrong reasons. I'm not that mad about it. I kind of missed the laughter from it. It wasn't all bullying, it was mostly memes. But anyway, I came off banned in December, and then the main way I'm going to experience Magic in the country is driving to town to play the pre-release every 3-4 months. The only pre-release since I've been unbanned, my car was down, and I missed it that weekend. But that's kind of my game plan. I see people message me saying, hey, when are you going to be in Memphis? Are you going to be in this GP? What's your schedule? It's like, oh, I live in Hawaii, dog. It's like so far to get anywhere. If there's a pro tour here, come by the farm. I'll do a big tour for anyone who wants it. Or if you're in, if there's a GP out here, hell yeah, I'm gonna prepare. That's when I'm gonna go on Arena and go back on Magic Online and grind a little bit. Because, I didn't really like play online that much. So, I started off, it was fun playing with my brother side by side. But for me to just play by myself, I don't enjoy it. I only did that to prepare for tournaments, where I meet people in person. Since I don't have tournaments, I'm not playing online. Although I'm still active, I'm still invested because of the mastermind, and also because, and it's not like just financial, it's a brotherhood, right? I'm invested in these guys and want to see people win. So I still follow the meta, I built the gate explosion deck. People call that, what do they call it? Nexus of gates. That was my deck. Not all people know that, but that shit blew up. But yeah, just want to share. I like my life out here. Got pigs down here. I'll show them on my other channel, youtube.com/TravisWoo. Doing some farm stuff. So hope you find that useful. Thank you. Appreciate you. Share down below if you live in the city or country and how that affects your Magic. And also, please, for those of you who want extra help, I have an ebook for 15 bucks on how to build better decks. Deck Mastery is a link to that below. There's also a paperback version. It's like 30 or 40 bucks because it's 400 pages tome of color, beautiful coffee table. Throw it on your table breaks, and it's all images. It's pretty graphs, charts, stuff for visual people. And then also we do coaching. And not just me, Adam Yurchik, Ben Friedman, Jody Keith, Simon Nielsen, and we had a lot of other guys in here. Donald Smith came through, became platinum, top-rated Pro Tour with us, moved on to work at Wizards of the Coast. And plenty of other top 8 GP champions, honestly, in the group. So, pretty cool experience, and I'm happy to still keep that going. Still do my Friday call every week, so check that out if you're interested in connecting with the best players, and you can, especially if you're in the country, you don't want to move, you want to connect with better players. So hope you find that useful. Ooh, we get some lamb soon. Thank you, appreciate you, much love, talk soon.